Hey guys, we're going to be trying some new makeup today. I've got the new Ilia Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50 in the shade Light Medium. We'll be checking that out. I do have the CL Prime and Protect SPF 30 in Radiate. Now this isn't brand spanking new. I've been wanting to try this for a few try-on videos and it just never kind of like worked in. So we're going to be using that. Iris and Romeo sent me their new lip cocoons. So we've got some, I believe they're like a lip gloss. We've got those to try. Jones Road has come out with these blushing sticks. Merit has come out with new signature lip liners. So we'll swatch these, see what's going on there. And then what else do I have? Oh, I have a new bronzer from Summer Fridays. I think this is their bronzer butter balms. I think they sent me all the shades, so we'll have to see which one works best for my skin tone. I'm guessing most likely the lightest one. And then Kulfi has come out with the new Glow Mist. I'm very, very excited. Apparently it's a biphasal formula, so we'll open this up and try it on. I did look it up because I was like, is this for after, before? You can use it either before or after your makeup application. So I'm gonna try it after. I wanna see how it works as a setting spray. And then I do have not a new release at all, but a release that I never got around to trying, and I'm so embarrassed. Makeup by Mario came out with these Master Mattes Longwear Cream Eyeshadow in these gorgeous nude shades. So I really want to try these out, and hopefully all of this will work really well together. We'll see. We're going to do the CL primer. So this is in the shade, oh, did I say Radiate? I guess that's just part of the name, sorry. So Prime and Protect SPF Radiate. The shade that I have is Mother. And this is SPF 30 Mineral Sunscreen. Okay. Ooh, nice. It has a little bit of a tint there. Because it's a primer, I'm gonna assume this sort of just blends out. Ooh, has a nice texture to it. Oh, really nice, pretty glow. Now I already have my SPF down, so I'm not depending on this for SPF, because I'm not sure you'd want to put as much as you would need down as a primer, but I guess you could. I just need a little bit more than SPF 30 since I live here in Las Vegas. So the sunscreen I wear is generally at least an SPF 50. Ooh, what a pretty glow. I would say this is a little bit more subtle. Sorry, I was going to say it was a little bit more subtle than the Sisley that I've been using, but maybe not. I think the Sisley tint is a little bit deeper, so maybe it just kind of shows up on my skin a little bit more, but it's so, both of them, tint-wise, so barely there. But they both have a really nice glow. Yeah, now that this is settling down, I think the Sisley has a little bit more glow to it. Ooh, that's pretty though. All right. Oh, I'm so glad I finally tried this. I really love the CL products. I don't think I've come across one that I don't like yet, so amazing, amazing. Okay, let's move on to this Ilia Sun Serum. This has SPF 50, very interesting. Okay, broad spectrum, blah, 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 and the active ingredient here is zinc oxide. So the packaging is so cute. Isn't that adorable? So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. And then I do have a clean, freshly cleaned foundation brush. This is my BK Beauty 101 brush. You probably haven't seen this for a while because it's been dirty, but I did actually wash a whole bunch of my brushes the other day. I'm like so proud of myself, it's ridiculous. Okay, so this just twists off. It's got a dropper top. And the texture seems thin, but it's not really running. Oh, interesting. It's lightweight, but there's some, I don't know, there's some body to it. Almost feels like there is squalane in here. Let's see. What? Oh, glycerin. Glycerin is the third ingredient in here. I think that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so that's light medium. I'm just gonna pick some up with my brush here. Oh, very sheer coverage. I like that. I happen to like lighter coverage foundations. I would say this is definitely more of an SPF that's slightly tinted. Squeeze out just a little bit more there. This formula is really nice. Usually when there's mineral sunscreen in a face product like this, it ends up being a little powdery, maybe a little bit dry, it is the chemical sunscreens. Those products that I find to kind of leave your skin a little shiny, if you will. They appear a little bit oilier on the skin, but this is actually neither. This actually is neither powdery, nor does my skin look especially oily. Really nice, very, very subtle tinted sunscreen. It also says here on the box, it's balancing 24-hour hydration with shine control. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that my complexion looks less shiny with this on over the primer. I'm on the Sephora site and I'm looking at the Ilia because I wanted to see how many shades they have. They only have two, light medium and then medium deep. So that explains why they only have two shades, because it's so lightly tinted. But I do feel like my skin looks a touch more even, which is really nice. I think this is great for the summertime. I really don't like heavy looking makeup, especially heavy looking makeup. Like in the heat, I just feel like, oh, those things just don't mix well. So anyway, this is perfect. Perfect for that. All right, let's check out the new Summer Fridays bronzer. Ooh, so it looks like there's I almost said three. Hi, can't count. 6 different shades here. Here's a quick perusal. That looks like they've come out with a brush as well. Oh, they sent the brush, the bronzer brush down here. Okay, from the looks of the pictures, the reference photos and everything, I'm gonna go with Sand. It seems to be the lightest one. It's this one here, and it's on the woman on the left in the middle row. But let me take them all out. And I'm not gonna swatch them all because I can give it away if it's unused. This brush is nice. It's got a pinched ferrule. It's angled, synthetic hairs, and I like this brushed metal feel. It's really nice. Okay, so here is Sand. That looks a little bit warm. Here is Clay, which, let me just hold it up next to Sand. So here's Clay, here's Sand. I think Clay is definitely deeper. I don't know, I can't tell if it looks as warm. I just don't want to ruin any. Anyway, that is Clay. We're definitely going to start with Sand, see how that goes. And then here is Dune. And then here is Desert. So these are the next two. And then the 2 deepest shades, we've got Haze, and then here is Sienna. Okay, I'm gonna take their bronzer brush and go into Sand. I'm just gonna use it as a bit of a bronzer right now. Ooh, this formula is very nice. This color is nice too. Yeah, it's warm, but it's not too orangey, which is great. I think that's what we're all looking for, right? Something warm, but not too orangey. Give myself a little bit of a tan here. Put it on the high points. What do we think? I really like the tone, actually. Yeah, warm, but not orangey. I really like it. And this formula is really nice. Easy to blend out, but not too slick. Really nice and creamy, really like kind of like rich texture. All right, that is most definitely a winner. Amazing. Okay, well, thank you Summer Fridays for sending these along. The Bronzer Butter Balm and Sand. It's definitely the shade I would recommend if you use me as shade reference. Oh, we've got these Jones Road, these little blushing sticks. How cute are these? Okay, they sent me 2, Bare and Pinch, and then there's one that looks to be a collab called Joy. It's a collab with Emily Di Donato. I don't know who that is. I'm not cool. But let's take a look at all of these. I'll do swatches of all of these. Oh, these are magnetized. Oh, how cute. Okay, so we've got Pinch, Bare, right? Yeah, Bare. And then this one is Joy. So this is the collab one. So Pinch, Bare, and Joy. Joy's a little bit deep for me. I think I'm gonna go with, maybe I'll do Pinch. I do tend to prefer the brighter options for the spring summertime, so I'll go with that one. I'm just gonna use the Westman Atelier Blender 2 brush, and I'm going to just brush my brush over Pinch and then dab it on, because when I swatch these, they have like a a balmy kind of texture, a little, like almost a little bit sticky, almost a little bit tacky. And so I didn't want to just swipe it on my cheek. I'm afraid it would maybe move the sunscreen or move the bronzer. So I prefer doing this just in case. This is turning out to be such a natural, a natural look. Very Jones Road. It's very, very natural. It goes on really, really beautifully. There's like no surprises. It doesn't look very different from what you see in the stick. It has like a little bit of tack, but not that much. Not as much as the Miracle Balm. It has less, which I happen to prefer. So nice. Okay, so the blushing stick from Jones Road. Okay, I don't have any new highlighter, right? No new highlighter. So I'm just gonna go in with my Sarah Creole. This is the Today's Highlights in this Just In, and it's a cream highlight. So I'm just gonna grab some and dab. This is a really nice subtle highlight. Nice kind of grown-up adult highlight, if you will. But I thought this would go really nicely with this look. All right, I'm gonna use my Dior Show Brow Styler in dark brown. The pencil version. I don't know why, I just feel like using a pencil today. Okay, now for these Longwear Cream eyeshadows from Makeup by Mario. I can't believe it's taken me this long. I think these were sent to me like sometime last winter, so I apologize. Let me do swatches of all of these first, and then we can get to applying them. Okay, here we have Sandstone. Then we have Mauve, then we have Chestnut, then we have Sienna, and then we have Espresso. What a beautiful palette. Okay, I've got a couple of eye brushes at the ready. Since they're long wear, I'm assuming that they're gonna set down. I don't know how quickly, so I'm gonna do one eye at a time, and I've got my baby blender brush from Westman Atelier, and then I also have my A504 from BK Beauty, so a big and a small basically. I'm gonna start with Sandstone, the lightest shade, and I'm just gonna swipe the inner portion of my lid towards the center, and then I'm gonna take the baby blender brush and just blend that out. Most definitely matte, very powdery looking. It's nice, it's almost like I put on like a powder shadow. Just gonna do the same thing to my left eye. Well, I was gonna go in with Chestnut before I swatched them, but Chestnut actually swatches a lot deeper than I thought. It was actually very close to Sienna. So, well, let me try it. Because I think the Mauve is a little bit too cool for what I've got going on, because this cheek is a little bit on the warmer side, a little bit. So let's try this Chestnut out. And I just got scared. Why did I just get scared? It's just makeup. Okay, I'm gonna just add it to my outer corner here, and then use the small A504. Now this doesn't seem to be setting down especially fast, which is great. It gives you a little bit of time to blend out. I don't know if this is blending out. So I just recently started using this teeny tiny sponge from Rephr to help me work out cream and liquid shadows. So I'm going to try it with this because I feel like it's not really blending out very nicely there. But I want to apply just a little bit more to this spot. I feel like I'm missing a little right here. And I'm going to take the sponge. Maybe the brush was better. Or maybe just my finger. This happens to me sometimes when I use these liquid shadows. They don't layer on top of each other really nicely because they completely set down and they end up having this little bit of tack to them, which is generally okay, but then you put something else on top of it and it just sort of, can you guys see? It just sort of like holds on. Like the tack of the underlayer just really kind of grips, and then you can't like blend out what you just applied. So now it looks like I have this like splotchy mess there. I'm gonna try to remove all that. I am just gonna start with just a teensy bit of the chestnut, the darker shade, but I'm going to use my brush and pick it up off of the doe foot. Okay, in terms of blending out, I think this was more successful, just picking it up on the brush and then working it out. But this color looks completely different from this color down here. It's so much warmer than this color here, which is a little bit more neutral. Do you see that? And this is the same color. I'm using chestnut. I'm using this color, not sienna. At first I thought maybe it's because I put that sandstone down, but I only used the sandstone up until about here. So I don't know why, I don't know why this color looks so different the second time I'm using it, but on the same eye. This doesn't look like beautifully blended out. It looks a little bit splotchy. It very well could be me, but I do feel like I'm trying different techniques. I'm gonna do this again. I'm just gonna brush some off with this brush and then apply. Much better going in with this brush, brushing it over the doe foot and then just lightly applying the shade. It behaves much better. Yeah, this eye was so much more successful. All right, well, that's how I would recommend applying it, definitely. Use a brush and get it off of the doe foot. Okay, not bad, not bad. I like it so much more now that I figured out how to actually apply it. Okay, just gonna curl my lashes and gonna use the Chanel Le Beige mascara in black. They do have this in brown, which I was thinking about maybe getting. But I thought, you know what? Maybe not. I have so much mascara. And mascara is definitely one of those products I only like to open up, you know, a few at a time because you really need to go through them. They don't last that long. It's like just better to stick with one for a little while. Anyway, I kind of talked myself out of it, but I do like this mascara. Like I do like the formula. I don't know. Maybe if I feel like I need a brown mascara, I'll get that one, but I do like this one. Let's move to lips. So I do want to swatch these new Merit Signature lip liners. Let me just make sure these are new. I'm pretty sure they are, but I feel like I've said that in the past and they're not, so hold on. Oh my God, I'm so glad I checked. I really am such an idiot sometimes. So the 3 shades that Merit sent me are actually not new. So I have Tabak, I have Sportif, and I have Beverly Hills. And then I have Bespoke in my collection. None of these shades are new. Okay, well, they're new to me. I'm so sorry. They're new to me. Let me at least just do some swatches here for you. So here is Tabak, Sportif, and Beverly Hills. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up these Iris and Romeo Lip Cocoon. So this is their Barrier Peptide Balm. And they sent 4 shades over. So let's see which lip liner we think would be best. Oh, that one's sheer. Okay, you should see my vanity right now because I just pulled out the Iris and Romeo and they're laying next to the Mario. It's like a nude heaven over here. These are lip balms. I'm gonna go with the lightest one. I'm gonna go with Beverly Hills. Maybe the Sportif. Maybe I'll do that one. Let's do Sportif. Let's do Sportif. We'll do a little bit more of a stronger contour situation. These Merit lip liners, like the entire Merit line, I think their whole thing is like makeup for people who don't actually really like makeup or like wearing makeup, which I think is so funny. But these are very, very sheer. They're very, very light and they have the softest texture. So I would not say that these lip liners are long lasting in any way. I mean, I don't think I have to like reapply every time I take a drink or something, but they're not like a typical lip liner. Let me just say that. They are very, very soft. They are on the sheerer side. And they do blend out really nicely. So these are probably a really good match for a lip gloss. With all of that being said, if you're trying to select a shade of these lip liners, I would go a shade maybe deeper than what you think because they are so sheer and they do blend out. And so they don't I don't know, they don't really come off as dark as like a typical lip liner. Okay, so these are the Iris Romeo lip cocoons. This one is clear, it's called Nourish. So I'm just gonna set this aside. I'm gonna start with Tranquil, and let me see if it's worth swatching these. Sometimes lip balms are so sheer. Oh no, these look like they have a little something going on there. Okay, so this one is Tranquil. They have like a real butter balmy sort of texture to them. This one is Freedom. I wouldn't even say this one is much darker. It's just brighter than Tranquil. Yeah, so this one is Freedom. It's weird because the Tranquil shade is actually closer to the Freedom packaging, but that's okay, that's this one. And here is Solace, the deepest shade. All right, so let me try Tranquil. Really rich feeling. Yeah, very buttery, not sticky at all. Very, very balmy. Let me see what the ingredients are. Castor seed oil, sunflower seed wax, shea butter. I was gonna guess that there was shea butter. A luxe buttery treatment balm that delivers a nourishing cocoon of comfort to lips, made with serum strength tetrapeptides that plump and hydrate to restore lip barrier health with a sheer, never sticky finish. I love the way these feel. And this Tranquil shade is so beautiful, especially with that Sportif lip liner. Yeah, not sticky at all, just really, really rich feeling. Okay, for the next shade, I'm actually gonna try the Beverly Hills shade, which is much lighter, but it's brighter, which I feel like this Freedom shade from Iris and Romeo is brighter. This is, I think, quite literally the same shade as my lips. I don't think you can see it at all. Oh, there, you can see it on my upper lip a little bit more. Okay, so there's Beverly Hills, and then let's try on Freedom. And I love the amount of pigmentation. It really is a light tint, but you can see it. You can see it for sure. Pretty. Okay, I like that combination too. I think for the last one, I'll try the deepest liner that I have, which is Tabak. Okay, there is Tabak, and I'm gonna put on Solace. Oh, I like it. I think inadvertently, the Merit Signature lip liners, all of them go perfectly with the, the new Iris and Romeo lip cocoons. What a pretty combination. And I actually like this combo the most with my makeup look. So I'm on the Sephora site, and these are, well, these four are the only 4 shades in the Iris and Romeo. So these are all of them. Again, this one is Clear Nourish. But I'm seeing that they're all out of stock, but it says it's new, which I want to say means that they're still coming. Yeah, new only at Sephora. Sometimes they have a date, but it just says out of stock. So anyway, my apologies if this is a little premature, but I really, really love these. I love that they're not sticky, and I love that the tint is just enough to see over your lips. Last but not least, let's try this Kulfi Kili Glow Mist. And okay, so this is a biphasal formula. It says shake well before use. So I'm gonna shake this up. This has glycerin, squalane, rice bran oil. Okay, all right, this will be great for my dry skin, I think. Let's check out the spritzer here. Ooh, very fine. Don't breathe in. There's no fragrance, which is great. The mister is phenomenal, super fine. I love that. I do think it's left my skin looking kind of dewy. I will say, my skin was looking pretty dewy before, I think because of this combination, but I think it's even a little dewier. What do you guys, what was that? What do you guys think? It's a little dewier. Wonderful. Okay, all right. All right, I think I can say overall, I really loved everything I tried, except for the matte eyeshadows from Makeup by Mario. I think I got them to work, but I don't love them. I wish the formula was a little bit less fussy. When I picked it up with the brush, it was great. It worked out really, really nicely. looks blended out or whatever. So I do wish it was just a little bit fussy, less fussy. Yeah, everything else I really, really enjoyed. I have to say, I'm really impressed by these lip cocoons. They feel amazing. Very, very buttery. I really like the tints. And something that I failed to mention when I tried these on, there's no fragrance. They don't smell like birthday cake. They don't smell like vanilla. They don't smell like oranges or raspberries or whatever. There's no fragrance. And I love that. I love that for lip products. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.